So, hello everyone, this is Bhante Joe here, and I'm just here outside the Dahatuna Kuti on a large rock, which is nicely heated by the sun, and thought to record a short awada for the internet. So I thought that maybe we could start with a little meditation. So it can lean forward and arch the spine, and look about 3 feet in front, and close our eyes. And can spread thoughts of goodwill to our right hand side, wishing, may all beings to my right be happy and at ease. May they put in place the causes necessary to be happy and at ease. And we can make our minds infinite, can make them unbounded, all the way to the ends of the universe and beyond, in every dimension. May all beings to my right be happy and at ease. And can spread thoughts of goodwill to our right hand side and our left hand side. May all beings to my right and my left be happy and at ease. May they put in place the causes necessary to be happy and at ease. Spread thoughts of goodwill to our right hand side, our left hand side, and in front. May all beings to my right, my left, and in front be happy and at ease. May they put in place the causes necessary to be happy and at ease. And we can spread thoughts of goodwill to our right hand side, our left hand side, in front, behind, in all 4 directions. May all beings in all 4 directions be happy and at ease. May they put in place the causes necessary to be happy and at ease. And we can spread thoughts of goodwill to our right hand side, our left hand side, in front, behind, and above. May all beings in all 4 directions and above be happy and at ease. May they put in place the causes necessary to be happy and at ease. And we can spread thoughts of goodwill to our right hand side, our left hand side, in front, behind, above, below, all around in every direction, everywhere. May all beings all around in every direction, everywhere be happy and at ease. May they put in place the causes necessary to be happy and at ease. And we can make the mind infinite, can make it unbounded, all the way to the ends of the universe and beyond, in every dimension. May all beings all around everywhere be happy and at ease. Okay, you can open our eyes and do a short awada for the internet. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. So I hope that everybody's having a great day, wherever it might be. And it was interesting, I just came out here and was about to record this talk and actually forgot the phone, which you need to record the talk, and went back to get it. And it started raining in the meantime. And as it started raining, I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll get these things and come back later when it's not raining. And then just as it started to rain, the sun came out of the clouds over the hill. It's interesting because there was rain coming down. I guess some of the clouds in front of the sun still had this rain. But the sun came over the hill and kind of in full blast basically burned all the rain away. And it was still raining when I was sitting here. I was kind of, I was like, oh, that's a kind of a nice metaphor. Sometimes it rains like that, kind of things are difficult. And at the same time, there's difficulties that are associated with people sometimes doing good things, sometimes going on the right path, on the right track, and all these difficulties arise. But there's also a kind of goodness building in the things that they do on the right path. And this goodness is like the sun. Kind of eventually the sun burns away the rain. But there's a period when the sun is rising and the rain is there where one basically has to endure. And this is one of the principles that makes it actually very difficult can make it very difficult to practice, difficult to gain new skills, gain new approaches to the Dhamma. Because some of the defilements that exist in a person's mind are very deep-seated. They can be things coming from a very long time ago and basically very strongly integrated into a person's personality and very strongly integrated in such a way that the things that cause a person to suffer are tied together with the same things that give them happiness. So for this reason, when one tries to give up these things that cause one to suffer, then one at the same time can lose some of the things that give one happiness. This can be the case, for example, some people may be very angry, very angry people, and desire to be kind of very powerful people, have power over other people. Say, I remember when I was in the Toronto area, there was a fellow who had previously been very wealthy and then lost his wealth, and we kind of met when I was walking in this underground tunnel system. That's maybe a story for for another talk. But in any event, he was saying that he saw the manager of one of these very large bank buildings, and the manager was just very angry and barking at this subordinate. And he said, I don't have that wealth anymore. I gave it up. And he was basically devoting himself to charity. He basically spent his time getting food and giving it to poor people in Toronto, even in the winter in these very cold days. So it was inspiring to see. And he said, if that's what it takes to have that much wealth, I don't want it. He had become very religious. He was a Christian. And he didn't want his previous life if that's what it took. So if a person's very angry and uses this anger, and it's expected of them that they'll be very harsh, speaking and angry in their work or around their colleagues, and their friendships grow up around this type of behavior, and the respect people have for them grows up around this type of behavior. And the way that one thinks of oneself grows up around this type of behavior, around this kind of work, whatever it may be. Then if one wants to give up anger, then this can be very difficult. all these things that come along with it, the status that comes along with being a powerful person, the fear and respect that one's subordinates may have may start to slip away if one gives up anger, or it starts to try to become less angry. If one is in one of this situation, that's just an example. There are others. It's just an example of how one's defilements can be connected with the things that give one some type of pleasant feeling. When one tries to give this up, this is like the rain coming down. It's kind of these difficulties come to one. Things that one didn't expect, and can seem like one's life is very dark. But at the same time, the sun is rising. Although it may be, or coming out, it may be behind the clouds, it may be behind the mountain. But, by the way, the sun was actually setting, but it came out of the clouds. I used the word rising at the beginning of the talk. But in any event, it may be behind the clouds, it may be coming out of a mountain, but the sun is rising at the same time as the rain. And this sun that's rising is the happiness that can come from the cultivation of good qualities. But it starts out small and grows larger. And this is where the Buddha says one needs to have this faculty of endurance. Basically just being able to patiently endure painful feelings. Patiently endure things and not reacting to them. Because this is where one's defilements get burned away. If one patiently endures kind of anger and feelings of anger and doesn't react to them, and patiently endures whatever loss of status, loss of previous abilities may come with that, then this is what allows the sun to rise and to burn the water away. But if one gets angry again, it's like putting more rain down, and kind of one gets wet all over again. The sun can't rise, the day can't become nice. When the sun rises, when this kind of defilement or whatever it might be is burned away and is gone, and one is feeling the heat, feeling the light from the sun, it's obviously very pleasant. It's obviously much more pleasant than the previous situation was. And this is something that one can know when that happens. But it's this time period where one doesn't have the happiness that comes from the previous defilement, the time period that one doesn't have the happiness that comes from cultivating whatever good quality it is. This is the difficult time period in one's practice. And the deeper the defilement, the more difficult the thing is that one is trying to overcome, the more endurance one needs to have for this period, the more stamina one needs to have for this period. It's kind of, maybe one could say, like, the bigger the stakes, the greater the stamina one needs. But in all these things, whatever wholesome quality that the Buddha recommends, when one builds that up, all of these things are like things that brighten the mind, that make the mind light. And if they rise, if they burn away the defilements, then for a person who cultivates them in this way, then seeing that can become obvious. One might not want to go back to the way things were before. But it requires this endurance. It requires this ability to hold on. It requires this ability to bear with. And if one holds on, one bears with, one endures, this is what allows the time for the sun to rise and to burn away the rain, so that one can enjoy the heat, so that one can feel the sun on one's face, and one can have a nice day. Because when the light comes out, when one's mind is bright, then one can enjoy happiness. And it's in this way that one grows bit by bit in the Buddha's teachings. Okay, so leave that for reflection, and hope that everybody has a great day wherever it might be, and wishing all the blessings of Dhamma practice. Pati Pati Saranai.